Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Game Master Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is going to be a recap and a slight look forward to my week in gaming and channel news for this week, October 27th through the 2nd. So it's really been a great week of gaming for me, and as well as preparation and looking towards some upcoming events on the channel. And the last previous 2 weeks, I've had a lot of stops and starts throughout the week, throughout those 2 weeks' time, and didn't get very much gaming done. So I'm really glad to get right back into the saddle of things and get along with some gaming. So without further ado, I am going to jump over and switch views here and come into the big screen. So I'm still running my Castles and Crusades campaign. We are now through week 16, and had a couple players drop out of that particular game, but we are right back up to 6 players again, starting this Tuesday, upcoming Tuesday. So really excited about that. I am also, we just started our Gangbusters campaign. That was yesterday morning, and I'll go into a little bit more detail with that. And I am anticipating restarting my Shadow Dark campaign on Saturday. So 3 gaming sessions a week, 3 different game systems, and 3 very different game systems. So I'm really excited about just filling out the rest of my repertoire of running game systems and having different game systems that I'm running simultaneously. Writing projects. I am currently working on a writing project that is for Shadow Dark, and that is what our Saturday evening gameplay is going to be. It's play testing that adventure. I am also in the process of writing an adventure for Hyperborea 3rd edition for use at conventions coming up in 2026. And really excited about that. I've actually had the great pleasure of meeting once again Jeffrey Talanian back at ShireCon this past September and talking about it. I picked up a module from him that will certainly assist me in in crafting that adventure that I will be running, and I'll be running that at 3 separate conventions, at least 3 separate conventions, including ShireCon in 2026, where I'm hopeful that Jeffrey Talanian will be there again, and I'll be able to, maybe he'll join my game and see how I run his system, which will be nerve-wracking for me, but excited at the opportunity. And I'll certainly try to play in one of his games as well. Lot going on. Now, game systems, new game systems for me to be running in 2026 are Hyperborea 3rd edition, as well as Dragon Slayer. So I am going to get around to, I already know what I'm running for Hyperborea. I haven't started planning on how I'm going to start running Dragon Slayer, whether it'll be in a home game like I'm doing with the other 3 systems that I'm doing, or if it's something that I'll specifically run at conventions. So yeah, a lot of gaming going on, and let me just switch views here and go to my Roll20 so that you can see what has been going on over the last several days, weeks, and months. So I'm going to switch here, and so here we have my my Roll20, and this is so these are the 3 current game systems and games that I'm running. So Shadow Dark is coming up tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I do have some room for people to join in on this if you're interested. Then Castles and Crusades Reforged. That will be on November 4th, so Election Day, and that will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is now full. I have 6 players, and that is now full. And then Gangbusters BX, that will be 6 days from now on November 6th, and that group does have a room for 1 or 2 more. So that is a criminal campaign, and you will be participating and being a part of the River Market Gang, and young fledgling criminals who are trying to cut out a piece of their own territory there in the city of Rock Junction. So really excited about that. I'm going to do a separate recap of our first session later on, probably this weekend. I'll get to doing that this weekend. As you can see, some of the other sessions that I have run, or even campaigns that I had run, I did a Castle Zadig Igsburg campaign that ran for quite some time. Many of the same players that were in here moved over to my Castles and Crusades Reforged. That's when I moved from the earlier iteration of Castles and Crusades and moved on to the Reforged, which is the OGLS OGL-less system that they have here. The Masters of Quescaton is a high-level adventure, at this point, a campaign. That was my 2-year and 3-month or so campaign that I ran for AD&D First Edition. Many of those same players are still with me today. That goes back to 2023 through almost 2025. So that was a long campaign. Those characters are still, completely there and ready to go. I was running Shadow Rim, which was my Shadow Dark Saturday night event. That campaign was kind of touch and go for quite some time, and it's sometimes hard to run a Saturday evening game session. That's why this Shadow Dark Whispers from the Crypt is it's a play test. So it may not. We'll run it however often we can until the adventure is actually completed, and then I'll see if that's a consistent time frame for us to run games. Then I will create a whole new campaign for them, and they can carry their characters forward in a brand new campaign. So looking to do that. Some other things that I had in the works. So you already seen these here. I do have the bare bones start of a top secret New World Order campaign. I'm looking for probably just 1 player for this, at least initially, and then go from there. Let that player character gain some experience, become like a special agent and lead agent, and then bring on new players. Or I'll just keep it as a 1-to-1 solo campaign and go along that way. I have a character sheet test. This is the Endless Worlds Convention games, where I am just putting in the characters that my players created for convention play when I'm running Endless Worlds Convention series of Castles and Crusades at conventions, and I log in those with this is their organized play. Night City Underground for Amazing Adventures. That was a campaign that I ran using Amazing Adventures for quite some time, and then again, I think it kind of dropped off because we had some issues, and I had some issues with both the world setting that I had created which had some, we detected some flaws in it, right? It was a little bit too everything but the kitchen sink kind of thing, and it didn't have that full sense of what it was meant to be. And so I'll rework that. I will get back to Amazing Adventures and see what setting I might use for that system. And then let's go to Vault 67 was my Fallout campaign that I ran for quite some time. Had a different group of players there. Some of my players couldn't attend any longer, and it kind of fell apart. But what I did get from this was a Fallout adventure that I have run and will continue to run at conventions. So, yeah, Fallout is another RPG that I will be running at conventions. Looking forward to doing that. This was Greyhawk Hardby City of the Scorned was a Shadow Dark campaign that I was running, and one of our key players passed away, and it kind of took the heart and soul out of that and so we dropped out. Kind of brought it to an end. That was also a Saturday evening campaign, and then finally I ran a test, Call of Cthulhu Second Edition test up for a little bit, running a very short campaign with just it only shows one player still there, but there were two players at the time, and small groups are perfect, ideal for Call of Cthulhu in my opinion, especially the older editions of Call of Cthulhu. So there you have a good coverage of everything that I've been doing with the channel, especially game systems that I have been running on Roll20 for quite some time now. Other things coming up, so later on today at 1 o'clock, so we're just 1 hour from now, I will be interviewing Peter Saloom from Pear Tree Studios. This is his newest Kickstarter. We're going to be talking about that, and that is going to be up. I don't know if this video is going to be up before that one or after the fact, so I'm hoping that you did catch this if this does actually upload after the live stream has already begun. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes for this to upload. I don't want to step toes on this, so if this does happen, this video does happen after this live stream, I'll use this as a reminder for you to go back and watch that live stream if you hadn't had a chance to catch it when it was live. So I am going to come back over here, and so you can see there's a lot going on with the channel. The channel has been growing growing pretty well, and I did want to talk a little bit about that, and basically just give the channel a little boost. So let me jump in and go to that, and let's go to the studio, and here we go. So I will switch views here and go to the studio. So channel news, we've been doing very well. All right. The channel has been going up. The we is myself and the channel. So, it's a one-man show. So the channel's been doing very well. We are at 4430 right now. I was going to do a big announcement when we hit 4444, so anytime I hit all four digits of the same, I always do a separate video for that. The views have been doing well. Like I said, the subs have been increasing, although 38 is a little bit off. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. That's very, very helpful for the channel, for you to subscribe, and make sure you comment in the comment sections, and like and share videos and do all of that. I would love for the channel to get to to get to 5,000 by either its anniversary date, which I seriously doubt it will. That would be a little bit too overboard for it to get there by my birthday. So my birthday is March 31st, so more than enough time for us to get to 5,000 by then. So if the channel can get to 5,000 by then, that would be awesome. Another thing I've been doing with the channel is I have been featuring other channels, and I wanted to announce the success
Good afternoon and welcome to.
of one of those channels. So, of our featured channels, Shadow and Sun has now hit 1,000 subscribers. All right, so he was a bit under that, and now he is up there. I've been all he needs now is more viewership. So he needs those watch hours up there. So please go over there and check out his channel and start boosting up those numbers there so that he can become monetized and then really start to explore the various other options in the with YouTube as we go forward. The other channel that I've been really trying to boost lately is Ducato 1628. Definitely check him out. He's at 328, so let's get him to 500 first step. Then I believe I can start hyping his videos. Right now, there might be with the new hype system. You can only hype videos 3 times a week, right? But you can hype one creator multiple times. I've been trying to spread it out, but none of these individual channels I have been able to hype because I don't believe they're monetized. So once they're monetized, then I believe I should be able to hype them, even though they say that hyping you can begin anywhere between 500 subscribers and up to 500,000 subscribers. The cutoff is prior to 500 and after 500,000. But I think that monetization is also a requirement in there. So let's definitely try to boost up these channels that you see here. The Lost Library I haven't been to in a while, and I apologize for that. That is an isometric RPG and really cool website and YouTube channel to check out and see some of the games that are going on over there. DM James, similar situation. I can hype his videos. I'm thinking that he needs to monetize in order for me to be able to hype his videos. And Legion of Myth I haven't been to in a while. He's currently running a lot of things over there. I am going to have to step in on one of his live streams and say hello to Max and Heathen Dog. It's been too long. And then Michael K. Vaughn, he's a pretty big channel. Robert E. Howard channel. So check out his stuff over there. That's one of the few channels that I feature that is just a literature channel, non-gaming channel. So definitely check that out as well. So there we have it. I'm going to switch views once again. So there we have my week in gaming plus channel news for October 27th through November 2nd. I encourage you, as always, to subscribe here and leave your comments in the comments section. Like videos if you are so inclined, and share them out there as well. And definitely check out those other featured channels from me. Tell them that you got there from me. That would be awesome. And I like to spread out the viewership and everything as much as we can. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen or at a convention table sometime soon. You will have a great upcoming weekend. Enjoy your Halloween if you're celebrating Halloween. Be safe out there, especially if you have kids and you're bringing your kids around. Be safe and have a great time and have a great rest of your weekend as well. You all take care.